About a year ago, Audi's all-electric A6 concept car took center stage at the Shanghai Auto Show. It featured a slick combination of innovative technology and crisp design. We hear the production model will be launched later this year, but before then, Audi has brought an elegantly styled variant of the A6 to the scene, and it's drop-dead gorgeous, to say the least. The A6 Avant E-tron, as it will be called, is a prime all-electric luxury car. It encompasses the high-end tech that Audi performance cars have been known for. Obviously, it's overly exciting to even just stare at it. But what's more refreshing is the fact that Audi says it's a production-oriented concept, which means it is much more likely to make it into production. While we wait painstakingly for the official confirmation, we thought it might be a good time to inspect some of the features we're bound to see when this car hits the street. Join us as we explore the best features of the Audi A6 Avant E-tron concept. The A6 Avant sits somewhere in between the Mercedes EQS and Tesla Model X in terms of design, although it's quite different in its own way. How big is that difference? Keep watching to find out. From the exterior, the pure electric Audi A6 Avant looks more like an SUV or a crossover. And to be fair, this A6 Avant e-tron will probably occupy the same space on the road as an SUV or crossover, but the truth is this wild-looking machine is neither of the two. So gearheads have unofficially agreed to call it an EV wagon, and we kinda agree with that name tag. Overall, it is styled to ensure minimal aerodynamic drag, and interestingly, it exceeds our expectations when it comes to aesthetics. There have been suggestions that the well-trimmed lines and elegant proportions of the A6 Avant e-tron are existing samples of what future Audi production cars will look like. Those suggestions are now being confirmed by top executives on the Audi board. With the Audi A6 Avant e-tron concept, we are offering a completely tangible look at future production models on our new PPE technology platform, Oliver Hoffman, an Audi board member for technical development, said. Now, let's get into the specifics. The front looks absolutely stunning, not like we expected anything different anyway. Audi has always been known to deliver that exceptionally sharp frontline design in most of their cars, and it's fair to say they didn't disappoint this time. The grille outline is quite obvious. You could tell that it's a direct photocopy of Audi's single frame, except this one is only a mock-up version of the actual grille. The entire fake grille section is well polished and extremely smooth. There's a glowing Audi logo at the center and an e-tron emblem somewhere around the splitter. Both components are flanked by ultra-thin, high-end LED headlights. By the way, those are the slimmest headlights ever produced by Audi, and they are serious stunners. But they got much more to offer. First, they're arranged in 3 rows, which more or less adds to the overall aesthetics of the car. Secondly, they are digital matrix LED, so they can fully light up your path without irritating other road users. But the main wow factor of these headlights is that you can customize them to mirror different shapes and patterns as you deem fit. From C-shape to L-shape to random dots, and just about anything you feel like beaming onto the road. You're definitely going to be spoiled for choice. Do you think this feature is exceptionally cool? Well, wait till you hear this one. The headlights in the Audi A6 Avant e-tron can actually double as a non-colored projector. So basically, if your garage is big enough, you could host your friends and beam Spider-Man, No Way Home on a wall, or while toasting to a great evening. But if not, you could go somewhere outdoors and convert it into your private cinema. What if you're not a movie person? You could beam pictures or play video games while you charge. Whatever the digital content is, you can watch it through the eyes of the Audi A6 Avant e-tron, but only in black and white. Still talking about projectors, there are 4 of them attached to each corner of the A6. They work as additional indicators by beaming images onto the floor as you drive the car. So let's say you're driving and you need to take a left turn. An incoming passerby immediately sees the image on the floor and adjusts as needed. This isn't legal just yet, but it's certainly a cool safety feature that more automakers should consider in the near future. Only when it becomes legal though. Well, Audi isn't done with the projectors, though, because there are 3 extra miniature projectors fitted into different sides of the A6 Avant. They essentially put on a spectacle for the driver or send out signals and warnings to other road users. You can as well call the Audi A6 a projecting car because that's literally what it is. Audi absolutely nailed the front design of the A6 Avant e-tron, but they didn't do bad at the rear either. Let's start with the rear OLED lights, which are the same width as that of the car. These lights function with the same technology that you'll find in sophisticated smart televisions. The German automaker was able to integrate the special design patterns offered by the organic light-emitting diode OLED technology into the rear lights, giving it a more serious look. At the center of the rear, you've got an illuminated Audi logo as it is in the front. We love the humongous rear diffuser and the wild tint of the entire backside. Another thing worthy of mentioning is the enticing 22-inch wheels, which are available as a standard option. And there are other amazing perks like the handle-free doors and the cameras that are attached to them. Unfortunately, Audi will need to install some form of door handles for this luxury EV wagon to be considered road legal. The long and expansive roofline is absolutely amazing with the way it blends into the aluminum-trimmed spoiler at the rear. Not to mention the short overhang as well. It's only still a concept, so we don't exactly know the kind of stuff we'll find inside the car. But judging from what we can see from the outside, we expect a very spacious cabin with plenty of leg and headroom. We anticipate an enormous storage space as well. Right before we talk about the engine and performance of this car, if you've made it this far, make sure to like and subscribe for more content like this. Let's begin with the layout. You've got two electric motors, one on each axle, providing the driving force for this design. Both combine to create a total of 469 horsepower and 590 pound-feet of torque. That's just about enough to teleport this car from 0 to 60 in less than 4 seconds. A single and dual motor architecture will be introduced for future models. The 100 kilowatt battery offers a maximum driving range of 435 miles after a full charge. The Audi A6 Avant e-tron is built on Audi's PPE platform, which was co-developed with Porsche and has been tested successfully in a number of dynamic vehicle designs, including SUVs or more spirited models like the Audi A6 Sportback and now in the A6 Avant e-tron. It works with Audi's 800 volts charger, which allows it to recharge from 5 to 80% in less than 25 minutes. But if you're in a hurry, you could get as much as 180 miles of range by charging for only 10 minutes. At the moment, nothing has been said about the price, but we anticipate that the price tag for this stunning EV wagon will fall under the $100,000 mark. Overall, the Audi A6 Avant e-tron is a hell of a car, but are we surprised? Absolutely not. Audi's ability to build exquisite electric cars was never in doubt. The e-tron SUV and the Audi RS e-tron sports car are testament to this claim. But the Audi A6 e-tron is a much-needed reminder that the German automaker is willing to push the limits even further and challenge other carmakers in the EV market. Of course, there are no assurances yet that the A6 will make it to production, but the optics look really good at the moment, and we might be getting official confirmation soon. What do you like most about the Audi A6 Avant e-tron? Would you like to see it make it to production? Let us know in the comment section down below. Be sure to check out our other videos